So if you're a Hattiesburg homeowner and you're trying to figure out whether or not right now is a good time to sell, this video is going to tell you everything you need to know. I'm going to give you real stats, real data directly out of our MLS. There's no hype. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm just going to give you the facts. That way you can make the best decision for yourself. My name is Steve Pahlman. I'm with Dunbar Real Estate here in Hattiesburg, and we're going to look at current inventory. We're going to look at the market balance, what buyers are doing right now, what pricing is looking like, and how things have changed over the last 12 months. So please bear with me. I'm going to be looking down here at my notes. I'm a numbers guy, so I have to have that in front of me. But let's get started. So first, let's talk about market balance. Right now, the absorption rate, we're looking at about 4.5 months worth of inventory. Not a whole lot has changed in the last 12 months as far as that goes. Right now, we're in a balanced market. So we're not in a huge seller frenzy, but we're not in a buyer collapse either. Everything's kind of normal. And when you're in a balanced market like this, the balanced markets, they reward strategy, okay? That it punishes emotion. So you want to make sure that if you do put your home on the market here in the next 3 to 6 months, you want to make sure you do it the right way going out the gate. So what about inventory? A lot of people are missing this right now, but inventory is actually down over 23% compared to this time last year. So there's less competition. And when inventory levels change even so slightly, that changes leverage. And in this case, it puts the leverage in your favor. So if this trend continues, homeowners are going to face less competition than they did in 2025. And I guarantee you, this is not something you're going to hear on national news. This is strictly for our market here. So we're very fortunate in that regard. So the big question, are homes still selling? And the answer to that is yes. In fact, home sales are up over 13% compared to this time last year. So buyers are still active. They're just being a lot more selective. They're a lot more cautious, and they're doing their homework. But inventory is still moving. But the days of just throwing a sign in the yard and naming your price, those days are gone for now. But properly positioned homes are definitely still moving. So what about pricing? You know, everywhere you turn, you see that home values are down 10% over last year. Okay, not the case here. All right, in the 250 and less range, not a whole lot's changed. Okay, and some of the higher brackets, yes, pricing has gone down just a little bit, but we're only talking 1 or 2%. Okay, so we're not in a big market crash right now. Pricing is correcting itself. Pricing is normalizing because we're coming off a huge boom back when interest rates were 2 and 3%. So we're not looking at some major crash. If home values in the upper brackets are down, they're only going to be down about 1 or 2%. So what about days on market? How long is it taking homes to sell? That is actually kind of flat compared to last year. Nothing's changed. Right now we're looking at about 88 days on market on average. So that tells us that homes are not sitting dramatically longer. But again, you know, buyers are taking their time, they're more cautious, and they're being a lot more selective. So this even furthers the point that if you are getting ready to put your home on the market, you want to make sure that you position it on the market correctly the right way from the beginning. You want to make sure you prep your home the right way and that you have the right pricing strategy going out the gate, because if you overprice your home is definitely going to sit on the market, and you're going to wind up losing a lot more money in the end than you would if you would have just, you know, listed it at the right price from the beginning. So should you sell in 2026? The answer to that is yes, absolutely. But you just have to make sure you go about it and do it the right way. You got to have a strategy. You can't be emotional. You can't go out there overpricing your home, testing the market to see what happens, because if it does, this market is going to punish you. We are in a balanced market, and that means we are in a disciplined market, okay? So we're not in a crash. We're not in a boom. We're in a disciplined market. And disciplined market rewards preparation, and it rewards correct pricing strategies. So if you are getting ready to sell in the next 3 to 6 months, it is imperative that you have the right strategy in place. Okay, if you just rush into it and throw your home on the market and you don't prep it the right way and you list it unrealistically, the market's going to severely punish you for that, and you're going to wind up losing a lot of money. But if you prep your home right, you make the right improvements, okay? You don't over improve. You only focus on the things that matter to the buyer's first impression. And then again, you have the right pricing strategy from the beginning, you're going to do fine. You're going to capitalize on the appreciation that the homes have had over the last 5 to 6 years, and you're going to do fine. This is why I offer a pre-market home prep seller consultation. It's completely free and there's no obligation. I'll come out, I'll walk the home with you, I'll tell you what improvements to make, which ones not to worry about. That way your home's prepped correctly. And then while I'm there, we'll look at inventory levels. That way you get an idea of what the market looks like in your particular neighborhood in terms of competition. And then we'll do a market analysis on your home. That way you have a full idea of what the current market value is. That way when you get ready to go to market, you're positioned from the beginning the right way. You have a clear prep strategy and you have a clear pricing strategy. So I hope you got something out of today's video. If you did, please be sure to like and subscribe. If you would like to schedule the seller consultation, just give me a call. There's also a link in the description where you can book your consultation. And there's also, if you're not looking at selling, but you just want to get an idea of what your home's worth in today's market, my free home value estimate tool, there's a link to that in the description. So be sure to check it out. It'll give you your home's value estimate instantly and for free. So thanks so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe and I'll see you on the next episode. God bless.